Yo, pronounce it like the letter I don't say it at all. It's your boy, X, and this is Barz Wrestling News. Coming up next, we will talk about two signees that have just become WWE superstars. We'll talk about that, and we'll get into some other wrestling news. Pay attention, this is going to be a good one.
Let's get ready to
Yeah, we back.
Well done.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for more content. Hey, let's talk about these WWE signees. So far we got Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Let's talk about Tonga first. Coming from New Japan, was the never open weight champion for some time, and he was also a tag champion with the Gorillas of Destiny. I gotta tell you, this guy is no joke. WWE has been trying to sign him for some time, but due to the circumstances with his contract over in New Japan, it never was able to come to fruition until now. Also, we got to factor in that COVID also kind of put that at a halt at the moment. But I do have to say this is great. This is great for the Bloodline storyline because his father, Ming, a.k.a. Haku, also teamed up with Rikishi back in the day. So this was pretty dope to see how they put him in there with Solo Sikoa and the whole Bloodline thing because they are distant relatives. I don't know how close they are in blood relation, but I know they are distant relatives because that has been documented. This is crazy. This is crazy. If any of y'all had paid attention to SmackDown, y'all seen how Tonga put the beat down on Kevin Owens. We don't know when it happened because they didn't show that part. We just seen him throwing Kevin Owens over. So if anything, he could have blindsided Kevin Owens and stuff. But you have to think that the next pay-per-view is going to be Kevin Owens versus Tama Tonga, making Tama Tonga's in-ring debut happen. You got to think. I also like the fact that they did not send him to NXT. This is not a situation where a wrestler goes to NXT. He has to be called up immediately. He has to be called up immediately, and I think that's very important to note because, like, you know what I'm saying? He's done everything in professional wrestling except be in WWE. So to put him at NXT, I feel like that's kind of like, you know what I mean? Even though NXT kind of preps you for the in-ring style of what WWE wants, but I think Tama Tonga can adapt pretty well. The same thing with Jacob Fatu. In this situation as well, I don't think he should be sent to NXT. I do think that he should be called up immediately. These guys are wrestling veterans. They've been wrestling for some time. I don't think NXT should be where they should go. Now, mind you, you could have them on a main roster and have them work a few matches in NXT. I mean, we've seen it with Dominic Mysterio. We've also seen it with Solo Sikoa on a few occasions. So that might work too. But considering the situation with this whole Bloodline story, it's probably best for them to stay on the current roster at hand. So let's talk about Jacob Fatu, former MLW champion. He's held multiple titles in other promotions, and he has been working for a very, very long time. I remember seeing this guy at MLW, and I already knew right off the bat that he had to be a relative of the Fatu Rikishi family. I just knew it because his in-ring style, first of all, I just want to say this. The Samoan genetics is uncanny. I just got to say that. How these guys are as big as they are and able to do such athletic things is beyond me. It's beyond me. I've seen this guy do a backflip. Now, mind you, this dude is 300 and something pounds. I seen him do a backflip. I seen him leap to the top rope and do a backflip. I seen him leap to the top rope, jump to the other side of the rope, bounce his legs off the rope to do a backflip. That's crazy for a 300-pounder to do. WWE, I'm telling you right now, you got a genetic athlete. Y'all got a once-in-a-lifetime talent that cannot be matched. Y'all definitely need to do something with this dude. The matches that he could have in WWE is crazy. He could wrestle Gunther, of course, wrestle Roman. We could see this guy against Brock Lesnar if you bring him back. There's so many matches that this man can have bangers with. It is crazy. What about him and Bobby Lashley? What about him and Drew McIntyre? It is crazy what this guy can do and the matches that he could potentially have. It's uncanny. How he fits into the bloodline situation is also crazy too, because like, where do you think they're gonna insert him at? What do you think that he's gonna be inserted at? My personal opinion is he's probably gonna be on the heel side of the bloodline. He's probably gonna be on the heel side of the bloodline. Now, that's not confirmed because no one really knows, but I feel like he's gonna be on the heel side of the bloodline. I definitely think that's gonna happen. Now, I could be wrong, and he'd be on the face side of the bloodline. And also, not to mention, this is very reminiscent to the NWO black and white and the NWO red and black. This is so reminiscent to that. It's crazy. But I still like the way it's going, and I definitely would like to see more moving forward. I definitely would like to see more. How this story is going to interpret at the end, I don't know. But what I do know is, as far as that WWE title picture goes, Cody is going to have a tough road ahead of him. A tough road, because there's the guys that he's going to have to wrestle is going to be nuts. It is going to be nuts. I'm hearing rumors of Gunther. That's one. That is going to be a tough match. Cody versus Gunther is going to be a tough match. As for Jey Uso, I definitely would like to see him wearing the world title. He's done everything that he could possibly do in the tag team division, and he's accomplished all of it. Now I want to see what he's going to do in this singles run. And I definitely would like to see him wearing the world title one day. Do I feel that he's going to win the world title this time around? I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But what I do know is he's going to have some bangers. He's definitely going to have some bangers. And it's going to be cool to see how this all interprets into the bloodline story, and when and where him and his brother are going to get back together. This is going to be interesting. And when is Roman coming back? That's another thing. When is Roman going to come back? You know what I mean? It's funny, right? Let me say this last point. It's funny, all you Roman haters, right? Y'all was hating Roman for so many years, when y'all know good and well that his schedule had to be modified because of his health issues. Now, Roman in itself is commendable because this man literally was sick. It went into remission, then it came back, and he still was putting on matches as if nothing was going on. That is a testament in itself, and that deserves respect. I also have to say how you guys like to flip-flop too. You guys flip-flop a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was on SmackDown saying we want Roman, but just 2 weeks ago, boo, Roman sucks. You guys flip-flop too much. Y'all got to keep that same energy with everything. But that's not really the topic of discussion. I just wanted to plug that in there real quick. Like I said, I'm interested in seeing what happens moving forward with this whole bloodline story. And I hope that Jacob Fatu and Tonga are being utilized properly, because these guys are crazy in the ring. And I'm looking forward to see how this whole thing is going to connect. Anyway, that was it. It's your boy S, and this is Barz Media. Sorry for the hiatus. We'll be back with another episode. Remember that? Like, you was having them build themselves against jobbers. You know what I mean? Barry Horowitz, we all know who Barry Horowitz is. He was like the top jobber ever, or the Brooklyn Brawler.
That line is trash. Before he even did the jump, before the jump, the line is garbage. I'm Mr. Sparky.
People watching them 24/7. I don't think any big time company like them is gonna agree to something like that. You know, but at the same time too,
that guy, Booker T has it. What? The Spinner Rooney and all this stuff? Nah, they ain't got